Hello, Facebook, YouTube. The day of Gabriel, the archangel God, is our strength. Nope, not Mani. Mani is a false god. Stop acknowledging false gods that on the days that the God is created in Genesis 1. They didn't create them. All right, topic of the message. Today is October 16th. It's quite interesting how God is going about doing what he's doing. I'm discovering more and more, about his plan and when his plan is going to implement. It's quite interesting how he is going to format. And the thing is, those that desire to know God will desire to know his plan and how he more likely is going to facilitate pretty much judgment, those that, did doing wrong right now, or the kings of the earth and the rulers of darkness in this world and the spiritual wickedness in high places and all this kind of judgment. Yeah, judgment is coming for them. I keep telling everybody, not yet on the rapture, church. You got to get corrected, church, before you talk about rapture. Okay? Read the scriptures. 1 Peter 4:17. Church. All right, topic of the message. I did a message yesterday about the X-ray vision, of the story, people, we, of course, operate in this, and when we operate in sin, we operate in a selfish state about, of course, like Joyce Myers says, the robot talking about what about me, what about me, what about me. That is a great idea that describes the flesh, flesh and selfishness and, nonsense, because it's not about you. Everything is about God. But I wonder if people really understand that concerning how they look at life. But I'm going to kind of piggyback on that message because it's telling a lot, but in a different angle spectrum. This is, it's interesting. This message is interesting. I meditate on it. And it's called, the reality of what's wrong with me. Yeah, what's wrong with me? The thing is, you will rarely hear, but you hear people say, what's wrong with me? I hope people are saying that, because according to what King David says, that, we are born in sin, shaped with iniquity. We got sin, we have sin issues all the way from the womb, and I hope people are, I hope that word is echoing through people, concerning how they live daily lives, and more likely not accepting certain wrong characteristics and how you treat people and speak to people, but you are you have some kind of sense of examination of, wait a minute, I know I'm not in the right place that I need to be. I'm not where I'm supposed to be, but we say, thank God I am not what I used to be. That's good. But guess what? This thing is called, when you participate in the things of God, it's called growing in grace. That 1 Peter talks about, we grow in grace, where we don't immature in grace. We don't immature and stay as a child. We do the 1 Corinthians 13. We talk as a child, we walk as a child, but we became a man, or more likely mature. We put away childish nonsense. I just want to say nonsense because people like childish things for some apparent reason. But anyway, the thing is, we need to be saying what's wrong with me. Because here's the thing about I talk to people, and I talk to people, and I notice things about them, or wrong tendencies that people do, and they don't know that they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Or like what Jesus says, they know not what they do. And because of course, because everybody, Broadgate has accepted these wrong tendencies in their way that they're, express themselves and do this stuff. Many accepted this wrong tendencies, and they continue to more likely expand on those wrong tendencies and continue to speak and treat somebody in a certain manner. And they think, okay, everybody else doing this wrong tendency, I guess I continue doing my wrong tendency. You measuring your standards off of people that are doing something wrong. I think that's wrong. Hope you got that. But the thing is here, because here's the thing, because God told me this simple idea. If we are doing something wrong, Matthew 13 really is trying to tell us in this seed of the sower, when it talks about they have eyes they don't see, they have ears they don't hear, neither do they understand their heart, that when whatever you do in your heart will cause a tendency to either, if it's of darkness, that you won't see. Jesus said they won't see and they won't hear the kind of wrong things that they're doing or saying. They just, how people, get animated and ready to argue at somebody and say negative things to certain people. You know what I'm saying? And, and they're like, what, I ain't mean to, talk to you like that. Y'all know about that. But the thing is, that is the indication. That is the indication inside their heart that they know not what they're doing. Spiritually, not naturally, spiritually. And the thing is, people get comfortable in these wrong tendencies because everybody else are getting comfortable in their wrong tendencies. Yes, because we're, like I say, you're measuring your standard of a people that are born in sin, shaped with iniquity, and operate and they're in a system that is getting them to cater to sin, get caught up in sin, television, radio, and all kind of environment, all kind of reasons to sin. More likely they put out there. And the thing is, we're not, of course, questioning that reality and that is around us, and we're like, okay, I think I can keep continually doing this wrong and keep continually doing this darkness, and I'm supposed to come to a place that I'm not supposed to now not question it. I come or numb myself to that. I don't really question my tendencies. That I see people, unfortunately, come to the place in how they do things. They become numb now. They, I was sitting down and, it just really aggravates me. I'm just have to keep it 100, everybody. That a child is over here doing something, and this lady just like, sit your effing A down there before I do something to you. That drives my spirit crazy when I see stuff like that. To a child, an innocent child that came onto this earth, I don't think an innocent child should be hearing such language at that age. And because when they think is acceptable because they are doing it. They think that they're supposed to be speaking a certain language, and that leads to, and it should lead to, wrong tendencies that that person will be about doing. That, parents are shocked now. How come my son is doing this? How come my daughter is doing this? They're shocked now. But you have gave them an idea of a wrong tendency of doing concerning their language. That drives me nuts to see it. Now, look, I'm not a type of person that call you a bad person. I'm a type of person that wants you to see a mirror, or look at yourself in a honest viewpoint, in a honest spectrum, and say, wait a minute, I think I should not be kind of sort of doing this like that. You know what I'm saying? That, wow, it's amazing. And it's like these wrong tendencies that people are getting comfortable, that I look around there. Now, I'm not trying to tell you to stop doing something. But as what God taught me about true ministry, I'm supposed to reveal for you to see that something here is wrong here, that you need, I believe you need to tend to and observe and analyze. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like this. Everybody call it, they judge me. But check this out. If I was a mechanic and I checked out your car and I saw something wrong with it, that if you don't do this, this can happen. You know what I'm saying? And yet you probably didn't want to do it because it was expensive at that time. But the mechanic urged you to do this because it has to be done. And, it may be expensive to do it, but you got to do it in order this car to perform and function right. So you nah, whatever, I ain't going to do that. And all of a sudden, you riding in, something bad happens to the car. Oh, no. And we got the shock face. Oh, no, something bad is wrong with my vehicle. How can something be so bad wrong with my vehicle, and ignoring the idea that you just came to this mechanic and he told you something wrong with his vehicle, and this vehicle need to be fixed at this time because this is a vital problem that can cause a breakdown vehicle that he explained to you. Yes. And the thing is about showing something wrong is supposed to be something that you're supposed to do. I mean, everybody want to look at, they want judge, you judge and judge. Wait, but if you keep doing this wrong, a bad outcome comes and everybody's animated at everything else except, what's wrong with me? Yeah, that me do not get any, attention when something's wrong with, and something needs, because automatically in the world we live in, supposed to be, if something's wrong with something, it needs to be fixed, it needs to be corrected, it needs to be, dealt with. If something